You know, when I think about the concept of passion, I can't help but feel a mix of excitement and anxiety. It's like this elusive butterfly that everyone seems to be chasing, and I was definitely one of those people. I mean, who doesn't want to wake up every morning bursting with energy and purpose, ready to take on the world? But for the longest time, I felt like I was just trudging through life, going through the motions, and hoping that someday, somehow, I would stumble upon my passion. Let me take you back a few years. Picture me, a fresh-faced college student, sitting in a lecture hall, surrounded by people who seemed to have it all figured out. There was this girl in front of me who was majoring in environmental science, passionately discussing her plans to save the planet. And then there was my roommate, who was already interning at a big tech company, coding away like a wizard. Meanwhile, I was sitting there, majoring in something that felt safe, but not particularly exciting. I mean, I was studying business, thinking it would lead me to a stable job, but deep down I felt like I was just checking boxes. I remember one night sitting on my bed, scrolling through Instagram, and I saw all these influencers and entrepreneurs talking about their passions. They were living their best lives, and here I was, feeling like I was stuck in a never-ending loop of classes and assignments. I started to wonder if I was doing something wrong. Was I missing out on some secret that everyone else seemed to know? So I decided to take matters into my own hands. I started exploring different hobbies, hoping that one of them would ignite that spark. I tried painting, and let's just say my art skills were less Picasso and more finger painting. I attempted to learn guitar, but my fingers just wouldn't cooperate. I even dabbled in cooking, which resulted in a few smoke alarms and a lot of takeout. But through all of this, I learned something important. It's okay to not be great at everything. The journey itself was teaching me about myself. After a while, I realized that I was approaching this whole passion thing the wrong way. I was looking for a singular, grand passion, like it was some treasure buried in the backyard. But what if, instead of searching for a single passion, I looked at the things that made me feel alive? I started to pay attention to what excited me, even in small doses. I discovered that I loved writing. I would scribble down thoughts, ideas, and stories in my journal, and it felt like a release. It was as if I was finally tapping into a part of myself that had been dormant for far too long. So I started a blog. It was a little corner of the internet where I could express myself freely. I wrote about everything, from my struggles with anxiety to my love for travel, and even my attempts at cooking. The response was overwhelming. People started to connect with my words, sharing their own stories and experiences. That's when it hit me. Passion isn't just about what you love. It's about how you connect with others through that love. But of course, the journey didn't stop there. I faced challenges along the way. There were moments of self-doubt, questioning whether I was good enough or if anyone even cared about what I had to say. I remember sitting in front of my laptop, staring at a blank screen, feeling like an imposter. But I learned to push through those moments, to keep writing even when it felt hard. I realized that passion isn't always sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes it's a messy, complicated process filled with ups and downs. As I continued to write, I also started to explore other avenues. I took a leap and joined a local writing group. It was terrifying at first, sharing my work with strangers, but it was also exhilarating. The feedback was invaluable, and I found myself surrounded by like-minded individuals who were just as passionate about storytelling as I was. We exchanged ideas, critiqued each other's work, and celebrated our victories together. That sense of community was a game changer for me. It reminded me that passion is often amplified when shared with others. Eventually, I decided to take another leap and started a YouTube channel. I wanted to combine my love for writing with my desire to connect with people on a deeper level. It was a whole new world, and I was terrified. I mean, putting myself out there, speaking to a camera, sharing my thoughts and experiences. But I did it anyway. I created content about my writing journey, sharing tips, struggles, and the lessons I learned along the way. The response was incredible. People began to resonate with my story, and I found a community of fellow creators who inspired me every day. Looking back, I realized that the journey to finding my passion was never about uncovering a singular purpose. It was about exploration, connection, and growth. It was about trying new things, embracing failure, and learning to listen to my own voice. It's a continuous process, and I'm still learning and evolving. So if you're out there feeling lost, unsure of your passion, know that it's okay. It's okay to explore, to fail, and to take your time. Passion isn't a destination. It's a journey filled with twists and turns, and sometimes you'll find it in the most unexpected places. Embrace the uncertainty, and remember that every step you take is a step closer to discovering what truly lights you up. You never know. That butterfly you're chasing might just be waiting for you to catch it.